Good morning class 9th students. This is the second video for chapter number 2 of political science. Earlier we talked about what is democracy. Let us talk about features of democracy under 4 headings or under 4 points. The first point is major decisions taken by elected leaders. Secondly, free and fair election. Third one person, one vote, one value. And fourth one, rule of law and respect for rights. So these are the 4 important features of democracy. Let us discuss these points one by one. Let us pick up the first one, major decisions by elected leaders. But first take the example of Pakistan some 20 years back. You'll find out General Pervez Musharraf was army general, and with his misuse of power he overthrown the elected government of Pakistan and declared himself as the president of Pakistan. Now from that case, do you think that he would take the decision by consulting the elected representatives of Pakistan? It is not so. So during his time he took the decision single-handed and no one was consulted for making any law of Pakistan. So that's why the very first criteria for democracy is that the elected leaders or elected representatives, for example in India we have our MPs, MLAs, many more, they are elected by us and they will take the major decisions. It is not that simply Prime Minister or President or CM will take the decisions, but it is the majority who will take the decision for the public. So this is the very first important. Then decisions should be taken by elected leaders and not any single person. Second is free and fair election. For this, let us talk about the example of 2 countries, China and Mexico. China and Mexico, both countries, elections are held. In China, the problem is that always only one party came into power, which is National People's Congress. So what they are doing, for an area they will nominate different candidates. People can vote anyone and any one of them will be victorious, but all of them are from the same political party. So you elect anyone, but it is always the National People Congress who will make the government in China. That's why in China is single party, and in that way election is held here. But then also China is not a democracy because fair election is not held in China. In case of Mexico, somewhere in 1920, a political party, PRA, was there. What they did, gradually they came into power with dirty politics and they controlled Mexico almost for 80 years. So how they did so? Elections were held free and fair. There was no misuse, but it was not fair. How? Because what the government did, they control all the government offices, even the teachers, the media, newspaper, news channels. During time of elections, polling booths were indirectly controlled. Money was used to support these candidates. So through these dirty techniques or tactics, you will find out that in Mexico, the PRA was always forming the party, though election was held there free and fair. So from these 2 examples, we cannot say that only election is a criteria for a democratic country, but the elections should be held free and fair without any partiality. Then only we can claim such country as a democratic country. Third point is one person, one vote, and it should be of one value. Let us discuss with the help of some examples. Like earlier Saudi Arabia, women did not have right to vote. I think means 50% were not eligible for voting. That was unfair. Estonia, a Eastern European country, there you will find out Russian minority do not have voting rights. Same way Fiji, a small island country near New Zealand, you will find out non-Fijians voting value was less. So these all are not fair. That's why in case of India, what is the funda, that one person can cast only one vote, and whosoever will cast a vote, each vote will value 1. For example, if president will cast a vote or a simple ordinary person of India will cast a vote, each vote value would be 1 only. So no person would have voting value higher than other persons, and that's why you'll find out these countries we cannot claim it as democracy. But in India we are following this pattern, and that's why we are a democratic country. Fourth feature of democracy, rule of law and respect for rights. We should follow the constitution, and at the same time government should abide by the constitutions and other rules and regulations, and whatever action would be taken it should be in tune with the constitutions and important laws of the country. Let us take the example of Zimbabwe. A political party, ZANU-PF, under Robert Mugabe, was very popular. It came into power with the support of people through one person one vote, through free and fair election. But when he came into power, gradually what he did? First he changed the constitution for his benefit. Opposition parties were harassed with the use of police, army, intelligence and other things. Public reactions, public demonstrations, public meetings, public dharnas were illegal and strict actions were taken. Then TV, radio were controlled to support the government stance. Even judges were pressurized to pass verdict in favor of government. So here in case of Zimbabwe, we will find out that once they came into power with all the features of democracy, but gradually they changed their stance, changed the constitution, everything, and that's why during that time we'll find out Zimbabwe could not be claimed as a democratic country. So these are the 4 important features which should be taken into detail. Then only we can claim whether a country is democratic country or it is not a democratic country. Thank you.